Welcome everybody. This is Uhfgood again, and a new day. And I don't know if you can see it here, but I have my thing that I do my screenshots with, and I got my folder with my videos. And this is pretty much where I left off because I want to try something, and that is I want to do the same thing and add mesh colliders. Although mesh colliders have got to be something different, so it probably is not going to work. But I just wanted to see what would happen if I tried it, and then I wanted to somehow, I don't know, figure something out. You know what might be interesting? I created a in Blender. You can go in and you can like join all the objects so that they're one object. Now I don't know how that works with how that messes with the materials or whatever, but if I did that, I could possibly create a mesh, or I could possibly save it as the one object and use that as a an actual mesh collider, maybe. You know, I'm still not sure how to use mesh colliders. In fact, I'm going to play around with it right now. But there should be kind of an easier, slightly more automated, because more than likely, I don't know if we're positive, sure, but more than likely, the scene is going to have these separate objects, because I might have a crate or a table or something that might show up in another part of the game. Maybe it's a tree that I kind of prefabricated, and I might want it in the scene, and I might want to take that same tree and put it somewhere else. So saving these all as individual objects would help that. So doing it this way is probably a good thing. Now, as far as the mesh collider, I don't know how that works, so that's just why I'm going to try it. I think I just tried it and it didn't work, so if it doesn't work, that's just because I don't know how to use mesh colliders. So we're gonna actually remove the component. Uh-oh, that didn't work though, did it? How come? Still there. Huh. Select children. Nope. Let's control Z. Wait a second. Okay. So, let's do this again. Select children. Okay. Remove component. Okay, now we don't have the deal. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the mesh collider. I'm just going to see what it does. Probably not going to do anything, just because you know, I just done that. But so mesh collider. Oh, so you actually have to have a mesh, like a single mesh, right? That's why I was saying about the thing about joining the. That's an interesting idea, though, isn't it? What if I just did this and I just did that? Does that work? No? What if I just took this? I can't do that, huh? Can't use it as the mesh, huh? Okay, let's do something here. Let's look up online. Let's see. Unity 2019. Create a mesh collider. How do you do that? Okay, so I guess we can look at the manual here. Mesh collider builds this collider based on the mesh. Far more accurate for collision detection than using primitives for complicated meshes. are marked as convex. Okay. Clicking options. Collider builds its collision representation from the mesh attached to the game object. It reads the properties of the attached transform, sets position and scale correctly. The benefit of this is that you can make the shape of the collider exactly the same as the shape of the visual mesh for the game object, resulting in a more precise and authentic collisions. However, this precision comes with higher processing overhead, and the collisions often involving primitive colliders such as sphere, box, and capsule, so it's best to use mesh colliders sparingly. Bases and mesh and meshes are one-sided. That means, okay, objects can pass through them from one direction but collide with them in another. Change the normal mesh into a mesh that you can use in the physics engine. Cooking builds the spatial search structures for physics queries, as well as supporting structures. Okay, so this doesn't really matter. Mesh colliders that do not have convex enable are only supported on game objects without a rigid body component. Mesh collider to work properly, negative scaling. Colliders transform as negative scaling. Mesh collider transform as skewed or sheared. Okay. Rewrite it enabled. Okay, so let's see if somebody can actually tell me how to do it. Let's see. Performance issues, profiling, that's not really what I'm interested in right now. So, mesh collider Unity form. Colliders in Unity. Blender import in Unity. That's actually a question I should be looking. Accurate collider. I'm going to choose the best standard mesh collider, create something really unuseful. Yeah, have convex enabled. When I disable the collision, don't work at all. Make it static and don't have any other dynamic stuff colliding with it to be a concave mesh. That didn't really tell me anything. Okay. Note that there are mesh colliders, but that's not very performant. Is there no way of creating a custom collider for my 3D object in Unity? You can write your own meshes fairly easy by populating the vertex that tries arrays in a mesh. You can render and control. If you considered using several smaller simple colliders in this. I saved 2 models from Max, a version for rendering and a simpler version for collision. Then I put a mesh collider on it and copy paste it onto my render version. That's what I was thinking about seeing if I could do. But apparently it's not like a single mesh, right? It's multiple deals. That's why you want to like join them or merge them or something. I forget now. Where it's all just like one model. So decimate. I could always select the back in Unity. Let's remove that. I can always select the icospheres and make sure that they all have a spherical. Make sure everything else has a I think all of these are the orange blocks. Oh, interesting. Obstacle 2. Right. Keep forgetting. 2. Obstacle 3. Because all the obstacle 3s. Obstacle 4. So if I select all of those, why would there be a mesh collider? Let's take all the mesh colliders off of these. Can I just arrow down? Good, good. Whoop. Okay. Right. Okay, let's save. I'm saving that, and I'm going to go ahead and stop. And I will see you in the next video. What I'm going to try to do now is I'm just going to select. Now it's not strictly necessary, but I am going to go ahead and select. Actually, the cube colliders. I probably don't need the sphere colliders, just because. That's interesting. Okay, so I'll see you in the next video, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do then. Okay, and.